I'm Linda, and this is Ted.
I'm Ted. We're going to show you how to make some mushroom risotto. We'll start with a little bit of broth. These are actually the mushrooms that Tom handed me. These are blue oysters and yellow oysters. And we've also have some left over from our forage earlier. And what I have here is I have a few graylings. And these grow in moss. So this is this little mix-up that we have, which is the moss and the grass mixed in. Then we're going to clean these and use these. And this is a puffball, which grows everywhere on your lawn. They look like little golf balls. Actually, some people whack them with golf clubs when they're ready. We're going to cut into that in a few minutes to see if it's usable. What we're going to do here is take off the stem of the mushroom, which, as I said earlier, we're reserving right here to make the stock with. But there's another thing we can do. We can nip this off, and then what we can do is we can slice this very thin and actually use it as part of the mushroom mix to give it a little bit more of a different texture. So we can just take these little pieces and we can just cut them up like this. And we do things with everything. The mushrooms themselves actually work better for me. If they're very small, we can keep them whole. If they're a bit larger, what I like to do, instead of cutting them, is just to pull them apart. They just come apart like this. It's very simple. And we can do the same thing with my little graylings, which are here, and we'll just peel them apart as well. Seem to work a little bit better. I don't like the knife, seems to be a little bit too abrupt for me on this one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to see if this puffball's any good. Just for a joke, I don't know. It's been sitting around, looks like a golf ball. We'll cut into it. It's either going to be good or not good. On camera, good or not good. And the answer is not good. If it was all white, looked like a piece of Wonder Bread, it would be good. It's halfway between being not good and good, and if it were not good at all, it would turn into these little granules, grains, and what those grains would be, where the name comes from, puffball, because you just whack them and they puff, or you step on them and they puff. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is going to make a very quick mushroom stock. You can use, today we're going to use some onion, and so we'll just throw this in here, and we can put some fennel in, which I normally do, but I don't have any today, so we're not going to do it. And a little bit of fresh thyme. You can use any herb you want as long as it's not too strong. Thyme's a good one because it's not that strong. And then the mushroom stems that we just took off of Tom's mushrooms. And all we're going to do is we're going to take some water, and we're going to add it, cover these mushrooms with water, and then we're going to bring this up a bit and leave it on the back burner. As soon as it comes up, we're going to cover it and steep it, because I really don't want this to boil or cook. What I want to do is just to extract as much of the flavor that I can. And this is going to be the liquid that I'm going to use to bring up the risotto at the last minute, or make the risotto with, so that we can have some of that mushroom flavor. So now what I've done is I've steeped my little mushroom broth with some stems. We're just going to strain this off, and we're going to use this to cook our risotto to bring it up. Use a little bit of this reduction liquid from my mushrooms, which was in here. These are the males that are dried, and this has been going to be added to my mushroom stock.